Hey everyone, I'm Batekia and welcome to this week's video. It's the new year, everyone, 2024. Now, I do want to say that I am so excited to work on my art business this year because 2023 was rough. I was busy with a lot of client work projects and my full-time job to focus on art at all, really. But to be honest, it's also that accompanied with my self-doubt and procrastinating that really hurt my art business and really ruined my growth and productivity for 2023. Now, I'm not saying I know how 2024 will turn out. I don't know what this year has in store, but I'd rather take a positive outlook on what I can accomplish this year rather than focus on what I can't control. And since I can't control the outcome, but I can control what I do throughout the year, that's what I'll be focusing on. So just like last year, I made this video which will be showing you my art business plan for 2024. I did accomplish a few things in 2023. I finally figured out a solid plan to actually make my dreams a reality. It's my art business. I grew a total of 484 subscribers this year, bringing me a total of 940 subscribers. 60 away from 1,000. That is crazy to me. And I also got invited to sell on Imprint, which is a platform where artists can sell prints. It may not seem like much, but I'm really proud of these accomplishments. Now, my art business plan for 2024 looks a bit different than last year. That's mainly because I've simplified it a bit more to make it easier for me to visualize my goals and track them. So I'm going to start with my overarching goals. So these goals are my overall goals for the year, hence overarching. Now, the first goal is something that I wanted to add for my business sake. I feel like it's important for me to do this daily as I am a Christian, so I do want God involved in my entire process. Of course, you don't have to add this to your process, but this just works for me. And for 2024, I do want to be a full-time artist income-wise. I say this because I'm practically one work-wise. So the actual amount I need to make to be financially a part-time artist is around $2,500 per month, but I wanted to round it up to see if I could achieve it, and this is from art alone. So my full-time job is not included in this total. Now for the last goal, focusing on putting most of my effort and time on YouTube. I say this because Instagram now isn't really friendly for artists, so instead of fighting Instagram, I've decided I'd rather focus on growing via YouTube and using Instagram as a mini outreach for those who are strictly on there to guide them to my YouTube channel. I have the year divided by quarters, with a column of tasks and goals, as well as predictions, which is basically me assuming what I could achieve in that quarter. I will say some of these predictions are quite bold, but anything is possible, so why not? The quarter tasks and goals are based on my business plan phases. Now, the phases of my business plan, I have divided it up into 3 parts. First part, I called it full throttle. Second, I called it make money. And third, I called it reaching the mountaintop. Now, these are phases on how I am going to achieve my dream of being a full-time artist. Phase 1 is focused on growing my lovely audience, you guys, as well as prepping for my freelance business. So for growing our lovely community, it's just consistently posting / uploading and reaching a few milestones. Now, this is no way an end goal. It's mainly a morale booster. It helps me put my growth in perspective to avoid being a bit selfish. Now, prepping my freelance business, it's really the meat of phase 1. It's the rubric of what I need to do to jumpstart my art business. Now, I expect this phase to take the longest out of all the other phases, as it's my foundation of my business. The portfolio alone will take a while because I plan on doing 24 pieces of art, and each piece can take up to like 3 to 6 hours each, but I know I can do it and it'll benefit me in the long run. Phase 2 is focusing on the income side of things, since by now I've just finished setting up the foundation of my business. So here I will continue to focus on interacting and naturally growing our community the same way as in phase 1, and recording my milestones on income from each income stream to put growth in perspective. Phase 3 is where I quit my full-time job and reach my personal milestones on income. Basically, I'd be here once I get closer to being a full-time artist rather than a part-time, so I don't think I'll get here by 2024, but only God knows, so maybe I will. So I have the year divided into quarters. The first quarter is January to March. This quarter, I want to focus on getting back in the groove of uploading consistently, as well as hit the ground running with my portfolio. That is something that I'll need if I want to look for client work later on. This quarter, I need to figure out my business legal side. Since next quarter I plan on starting client work officially, so I want to make sure I'm secure legally as well as my client is secure throughout the process of requesting artwork via commissions and client work. These goals I have set for myself are true to how my platform grows naturally and how I've noticed it's grown throughout 2023. For this quarter's predictions, I predict that I'd reach 1,100 subscribers by the end of it, which is quite realistic given how I've grown my channel throughout 2023. So I wanted to have an easy goal for this quarter to build my confidence a bit more for the rest of the year. By the end of this quarter, I'd still be in phase 1, but I'd be halfway finished. So that's good for going on to the next quarter. The second quarter is from April to June. This quarter will be focusing on finishing out my portfolio and setting up my 3 income streams: Upwork, my shop, and illustration agency. This is why I needed to finish the legal side of things in the first quarter, so that in this quarter I can just go straight into client work and the like. The goals for this quarter are the same as last quarter in regards to reality standards, but with the included income streams. This quarter's predictions, I got a bit optimistic. I want to make $500 a month on art alone, which is obtainable, but will still need a lot of work. So by the end of the second quarter, I'd be 90% done with phase 1, and all is left is to be looking for clients and opening a Patreon, which will be in the third quarter. The third quarter is from July to September. This quarter, I'm nearing the end of phase 1, as in setting up my freelance business to be fully operational. With all my income streams set up, I will be shifting my focus from prepping my freelance business to actually doing outreach for it. As for goals, it's the same for the previous 2 quarters, just with a bit more growth. With predictions here, I played it a bit safe, $700 per month, only to throw myself a bone in confidence department. By the end of this quarter, I'd be done with phase 1 and jumping into phase 2. Now the fourth and final quarter is from October to December. This quarter, I'd be starting phase 2, making money. So I'd be focused on posting and uploading consistently, as well as hitting some income goals. This quarter will be the easiest in regards to workload. The goals are the same as the previous quarters, with just a bit more growth. Now this is where I got bold with my goals. I figured I'd aim high to see if I could achieve it, and if not, I won't stress because it's already the end of the year. So by the end of the year, hence the end of this quarter, I'd be sitting pretty in phase 2. I don't know how long it will take, as to get to phase 3, I'd have to be making $3,000 a month. So maybe by the end of 2024, I could be hitting phase 3, or maybe next year, 2025, I could be hitting phase 3. I don't know, but I'm quite optimistic. Now that is my plan and year review of my art business for 2024. As you know, I may have mentioned at the beginning of the video, in 2023, my self-doubt and procrastination really harmed my productivity and growth. So for 2024, I have a plan that would help me avoid that a bit. So my plan is for 1 week every month, I will have a vacation week where I don't draw anything, where I can just watch TV and be lazy all day, every day for that week. Now, I know you may think that that would affect my consistency. You'd be right, but the week before my vacation week, I plan on preparing for that week's posts and uploads and just schedule them ahead of time. So my activity doesn't take a hit, and neither does my mental health. I believe doing this alone would help me out tremendously, as every artist struggles with art block and overwork, especially if you work a full-time and you're trying to make your business work, hence what I'm doing. I think this will definitely help me out a lot, and I'm very excited to put this plan into action. And that's my game plan for my art business in 2024. I think this year I can actually get everything I need done. I'm excited, I'm ready, and very, very, very eager to have you all here to watch me grow. Let's make this year a great year. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Please like and subscribe to the channel to see how well this plan works out. And if you like my art, feel free to subscribe just to see more art videos, since I do plan on posting them weekly again. I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye now.